Back in the 1960s, Australia's roads roared with iconic muscle cars that combined raw power and unmatched style. These classics left a legacy that today's kids just don't understand. So let's explore some of these legends. 1. Holden HK Monaro GTS 327, 1968. In 1968, the Holden HK Monaro GTS 327 burst onto the scene, instantly solidifying its place as one of Australia's most revered muscle cars. The Monaro did not just look good, it had the muscle to back it up, featuring a 327 cubic inch Chevrolet V8 engine initially rated at 250 horsepower. However, real-world performance often proved even more exhilarating, especially considering its lightweight design and superb handling. What truly sets the HK Monaro apart from other muscle cars of the era is its significant achievement at the Bathurst 500, where it became the first car to clinch victory at the iconic race.
Monaros now hold the first 4 outright positions, with only a lap to go. Coming up to the checkered flag, McPhee has broken the race record set last year by the Falcons. His time, 6 hours, 44 minutes, 7.9 seconds, is 11 minutes better than the old record. For Bruce McPhee and co-driver Barry Mulholland, an outstanding performance. An outstanding performance too for the new Holden Monaros that take first, second, third and fourth positions outright in Australia's toughest car race.
This win boosted its popularity and set the stage for the Monaro to become a symbol of Australian automotive prowess. The HK Monaro GTS 327 was a masterpiece of design, with its sleek, pillarless coupe body, aggressive front end and distinctive rally stripes that screamed performance. Inside, the Monaro offered a driver-focused cabin with a sports steering wheel, bucket seats and a console-mounted gear shifter, all contributing to the car's sporty feel. The car's success at Bathurst wasn't just due to its powerful engine. Its sturdy suspension, precise steering and effective braking system made it a formidable competitor on the track. Over time, the HK Monaro has become a highly sought-after classic, representing a golden era of Australian automotive engineering. Two. Ford Falcon XR GT, 1967. In 1967, Ford Australia made history with the introduction of the Falcon XR GT, a car that would become the cornerstone of the Australian muscle car legend. Unlike anything that had come before it, the XR GT was the first Australian vehicle to feature a V8 engine as standard, specifically the 289 cubic inch Windsor V8, borrowed from the American Mustang. This marked a pivotal moment in Australian automotive history, setting the stage for future Falcon GTs and establishing Ford's dominance in the local performance car market. The car's arrival was met with enthusiasm, as it represented a bold move by Ford to offer something uniquely Australian in a market previously dominated by American imports. The XR GT was more than just a powerful engine. It was a complete package designed with performance in mind. Its suspension was tuned for handling, with heavy-duty components ensuring that the car could cope with both the rigours of everyday driving and the demands of motorsport. The car's appearance was equally striking, with a bold, Mustang-inspired front end and a purposeful stance that hinted at its performance potential. The XR GT's success on the racetrack, particularly at the Bathurst 500, cemented its place in Australian motoring history. Three. Valiant Pacer 1969. The 1969 Valiant Pacer was Chrysler Australia's bold entry into the burgeoning muscle car market, designed to offer a blend of performance and affordability that appealed to the everyday driver. Unlike its more flamboyant competitors, the Pacer was understated yet aggressive, sporting a no-nonsense look that was all about performance. Powered by a 225 cubic inch slant 6 engine, the Pacer produced 130 kilowatts, which might not seem like much by today's standards, but back then it was more than enough to give the car some serious power. What made the Pacer particularly unique was its focus on the youth market. Chrysler targeted younger buyers who wanted muscle car performance without the hefty price tag that typically came with it. The car was stripped of unnecessary luxuries to keep costs down, but it still offered a thrilling driving experience. The Pacer's bold, single-colour paint schemes and distinctive side stripes made it stand out on the road, even if its design was more restrained than some of its flashier competitors. Over time, the Valiant Pacer has gained a loyal following among collectors and enthusiasts who appreciate it not just for its performance, but for its role in making muscle cars accessible to a broader audience. Today, the 1969 Valiant Pacer is celebrated as a classic example of Australian automotive ingenuity and a reminder of an era when performance and affordability could go hand in hand. Holden S4, 1963. Produced in 1963, the Holden has proven to be one of Australia's all-time most popular cars, selling a record 256,959 units. And while the standard model was already popular in Australia, the S4 variant was a rare breed, purpose-built for performance enthusiasts and racers. Under the hood, the S4 was powered by a 179 cubic inch inline-6 engine, a significant upgrade at the time, producing around 90 kilowatts of power. However, what truly set the S4 apart were the modifications made specifically for endurance racing. These included a larger 12-gallon fuel tank, heavy-duty drum brakes, and a beefier rear axle, all designed to help the car withstand the rigours of long-distance racing events like the Bathurst 500. Holden only produced 126 units of the S4, making it a rare and highly sought-after model among collectors today. Its stripped-down interior and minimalistic approach emphasised its focus on performance rather than luxury. The S4's racing pedigree was further enhanced by the inclusion of a special high-temperature brake kit and a reworked suspension, which gave it the handling prowess needed for competitive motorsport. Although it may not have achieved the same level of fame as some of its successors, the S4 is often credited with laying the groundwork for Holden's future success in Australian touring car racing. Five. Chrysler AP6 Valiant, 1965. In 1965, the Chrysler AP6 Valiant marked a significant milestone in Australian automotive history as the first Valiant to be fully manufactured in Australia. This rugged and reliable vehicle quickly became a staple on Aussie roads, thanks to its durability, performance, and practicality blend. The AP6 introduced several updates over its predecessor, the AP5, most notably in its design, with a new split grille, a more refined bonnet, and updated front mudguards. However, it was the mechanical enhancement that truly made the AP6 unique. Chrysler introduced self-adjusting brakes and a redesigned camshaft, improving the vehicle's safety and performance. However, one of the standout features of the AP6 Valiant was the option to equip it with a V8 engine, a first for the Australian-built Valiants. The 273 cubic inch LA V8 engine, borrowed from the American Valiant, produced 180 horsepower, giving the AP6 a level of performance that was previously unseen in its class. This engine made the AP6 a reliable family car and a potent performer, capable of holding its own against more traditional muscle cars of the era. The AP6 was also available in various body styles, including the Wayfarer Utility, which was the first Valiant-based coupe utility produced by Chrysler Australia, further cementing its place as a versatile workhorse. Today, the AP6 Valiant is celebrated as a classic, remembered for its role in shaping the future of Chrysler in Australia. Six, Ford Falcon XT GT, 1968. The Ford Falcon XT GT, introduced in 1968, marked a significant evolution in the Falcon lineup, following its predecessor, the XR GT. The XT GT, built on the success of its predecessor, offering more power and refinement, making it a standout in the rapidly evolving world of performance cars. At the heart of the XT GT was a robust 302 cubic inch Windsor V8 engine, delivering 230 horsepower. This engine was mated to a 4-speed manual transmission, which provided a more engaging driving experience and better performance on the road. The XT GT also featured significant improvements in handling and comfort. Ford widened the wheels to 14 by 6 inches and equipped the car with better suspension, making it more stable and responsive at high speeds. The interior received a much-needed upgrade, with the inclusion of full instrumentation and a more luxurious finish, broadening its appeal beyond just performance enthusiasts to those seeking a blend of power and comfort. On the track, the XT GT proved its mettle by achieving several significant victories, including a notable third-place finish in the grueling 1968 London to Sydney Marathon, a testament to its durability and performance. However, despite its competitive spirit, the XT GT did not achieve the same level of success at the Bathurst 500 as its rivals, but it did claim victory in the 1969 Rothmans 12-hour race, solidifying its place in Australian automotive history. Seven, Holden HR X2, 1966. In 1966, Holden introduced the HR X2, a car that quickly became a favourite among Australian drivers looking for a sportier option without the premium price tag of high-end models. The HR X2 was notable for its dual carburettor setup, which gave the car a significant performance boost over the standard models. Under the hood, it housed a 186 cubic inch 3-litre inline-6 engine, capable of producing 145 horsepower, a respectable figure for the time, especially considering the car's relatively lightweight construction. This engine, paired with a 3-speed manual transmission, provided a lively driving experience that appealed to people who wanted a bit more excitement from their daily driver. The HRX2 also featured several styling cues that set it apart from its less sporty siblings. With its unique badging, sportier wheels and slightly lowered stance, the X2's more aggressive look hinted at its enhanced capabilities. Inside, the car offered a well-appointed interior with special X2 dash features that catered to the more performance-oriented driver. Despite being overshadowed by later models like the Monaro, the HRX2 played a crucial role in Holden's lineup, bridging the gap between the everyday family car and the high-performance muscle cars that would soon dominate the scene. Eight, Chrysler Valiant Regal 770, 1967. The 1967 Chrysler Valiant Regal 770 was a remarkable blend of performance and luxury, catering to a market that sought power and comfort in one package. Unlike the bare-bone muscle cars that focused purely on speed, the Regal 770 was designed to offer a more refined driving experience without sacrificing the muscle under the hood. At the heart of this model was the robust 318 cubic inch Fireball V8 engine, which delivered an impressive 230 horsepower. This engine was known for its durability and smooth operation, allowing the Regal 770 to provide a satisfying driving experience on city streets or open highways. The exterior of the Regal 770 was characterized by its stylish design, featuring a long hood and a sleek profile that exuded a sense of sophistication. Chrome accents, two-tone paint options and a vinyl roof added to its luxurious appeal. Inside, the cabin was well appointed, with bucket seats, a comprehensive instrument cluster, and quality materials that emphasised comfort. The Regal 770 also came equipped with a 3-speed automatic transmission, enhancing its ease of use. With its combination of performance and luxury, the Regal 770 appealed to a demographic that wanted a muscle car experience without sacrificing comfort, making it a noteworthy entry in the muscle car era of the late 1960s. Holden Brougham 1968. The Holden Brougham, introduced in 1968, was Holden's ambitious foray into the luxury car market, aimed squarely at competing with the likes of Ford's Fairlane. Built on the HK series platform, the Brougham was essentially a stretched version of the Holden Premier, featuring an extended rear body that added 8 inches to the car's length. Underneath the bonnet, the Brougham was powered by a Chevrolet-sourced 5-litre V8 engine, delivering around 210 horsepower. This V8 provided the Brougham with plenty of power, ensuring that despite its luxury leanings, the car could still perform admirably on the road. However, the Brougham was more about cruising in style than tearing up the tarmac. The interior was decked out with luxurious features for its time, including plush seating, a wood-grain dashboard, and a host of comfort-focused amenities that made long drives a pleasure. Despite its luxurious appeal, the Brougham struggled to gain the popularity Holden had hoped for. It was often criticised for being too similar to the Premier in many respects, leading to questions about its value proposition. However, over time, the Brougham has earned a cult following, which is appreciated by collectors for its unique place in Holden's history and its embodiment of a time when Australian car manufacturers were experimenting with luxury muscle cars. Ford Falcon XT GTHO Phase 1, 1969. The 1969 Ford Falcon XT GTHO Phase 1 marked the beginning of a legendary series that would define Australian muscle cars for years to come. While the later GTHO models would gain more fame, the Phase 1 was the car that laid the foundation for Ford's dominance on the racetrack and in the hearts of muscle car enthusiasts. This model was introduced as an evolution of the XT GT, but with significant enhancements that were aimed at making it a formidable contender in motorsport. At its core, the XT GTHO Phase 1 was powered by a 351 cubic inch Windsor V8 engine, delivering 300 horsepower and 515 Nm of torque. This engine was paired with a 4-speed manual transmission, allowing for quick shifts and smooth power delivery. On the outside, the Phase 1 retained the understated yet aggressive styling of the XT GT, with subtle GTHO badging and the iconic blacked-out bonnet. Inside, the car was equipped with all the essentials for a performance-oriented driver, including a full set of gauges and bucket seats. However, the car's performance on the track truly set it apart. The XT GTHO Phase 1 was built with one goal in mind: to win races, and it did just that, setting the stage for the even more powerful and successful Phase 2 and Phase 3 models. Today, the 1969 XT GTHO Phase 1 is a highly prized collector's item, celebrated not only for its role in Australian motorsport history, but also for its status as the forerunner of one of the most iconic muscle car lineages ever produced.